good evening to you, and thank you for joining us on Atlantic Television Network program Press Roundtable. Press Roundtable is a convergence of media practitioners who dissect news and current affairs to provide the right balance. Today on Press Roundtable, we will be discussing, first of all, coming from Rivers State, Customs intercept 844 rifles, 112,000 live ammunition in the Akwa Ibom State. Fake EFCC officers plotting kidnapping arrested. And we're going to look at the stories coming from Adamawa State. Pregnant wife allegedly hit husband to death. And in Niger State, police arrest man for stabbing friend to death. After this break, I'm going to introduce my guest, and then we move into the stories proper. Please stay tuned.
Corruption not in my country.
Kasali, I hope my car don't ready. I get interview in 30 minutes.
Okay, you don't ready. I just the last minute instruction where you give me yesterday. Now in the cause more delay.
Which instruction?
Maybe now you say make I change the meter, make you no read again.
Which time I make you change meter? Oh, Kasali, why you do like this now? Eh? You don't get sense. You don't read the text message. Nobody I want send them to. Like Kasali, my electrician, make it come house, call me do my meter so that you don't go to read again. You the electrician?
The electrician.
Yes, now.
So you call Kasali electrician, make it come help you adjust your meter, make it for no read again, Abi. So you said you want job people where be say they no want they pay NEPA bill again, Abi. Oga, you know good now. You don't use you know they behave like tea, all these stiff people.
Oh, what you change from your motor? What you change from?
Two lights. Fuel gauge. Speedometer.
For what now? You for come over home my motor. I better identify for me.
Okay. Now don't do something we corrupt. And something come backfire. Now go come they find how to dodge them.
What you talk?
They greet you.
Corruption not in my
This
country.
message is brought to you by the Akin Fade Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
Corruption not in my country.
Kasali, I hope my car don't ready. I get interview. We're glad to have you back to the studios of Atlantic Television Network, and the program we are having right now, in case you're tuning in, is called Press Roundtable. It is my pleasure to welcome on board Mr. Kingsley Jude Papomie. Good to have you again on the show. Sure, good evening. Well done.
All right, my name is Angel Okoma. And my name is also Angelic Angel on the social media. Now, let's quickly go to Rivers State. The Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeni, MFR, has narrated how the force drilled and intercepted a 1x4 food container MAEU 165396 from Turkey to Port Harcourt. He noted that 1x4 food container was laden with 844 units of rifles, 112,500 of live ammunition. Disclosing this to journalists on Monday, Denny lauded the Port Harcourt area to command ONE for the role they played in intercepting and arresting the suspects involved. He commended them for the role they played in safeguarding the nation's borders and public safety. In his words, he said, "Gentlemen of the press, you may recall that at a press briefing of this nature held recently at the Tinkan Island, Port Harcourt, Port Lagos, I had disclosed attempts by criminal elements seeking to exploit our trade facilitation-friendly posture to compromise our processes and procedures. With our robust risk management system, we have always remained a step ahead of their moves. When these attempts revolved around revenue generation, our automated audit systems at different levels enable us to trace, track, and recover the revenue. However, when efforts are geared towards creating actions that will produce irreversible consequences on national security, our alert level is elevated to match the threats posed to us. And we're talking about customs, how they have intercepted 844 rifles, 112,000 live ammunition here in Port Harcourt, precisely One. What's your reaction on this? Do you think that the customs are really doing well? Because to me, looking at it's quite enormous, you know. I believe that they've really done well, but I don't know from you. What can you say about this kind of recovery and interception?
I think the interception is more of national security.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more of national security. And it has gone a long way to stop violence. Because if this move had not been intercepted and it's gone through to meet the people who were expecting to receive it, it would have been very dangerous for the state. I think we don't know where the guns are going to, but what we want to say is that people should learn to give peace a chance. If you don't give peace a chance and you continue to think of ways to destroy the peace of River State, then you should know that history will never forgive you. We have people who take after us. I too am involved. We have people who take after us. After now, who takes over what you are subsisting. It's very important, because if we continue to allow our democratic system to be robbed of power and the enabling environment, then our future generations, they are not safe, because we refuse to resolve our problem. We refuse to resolve our differences. Who are you keeping it for? Are you keeping it for generations unborn? Because if you don't resolve what you are supposed to resolve, and you are no more there tomorrow, you should know that that problem that you created, it is waiting for you. The bomb will not explode in another person's roof. It will start from your own, so that people will learn out of it. That is why peace is a very important factor. When you come to governance, when you come to leadership, especially leadership, you must know that peace is something that you must always attach with your portfolio. Whatever thing that you are doing in life, anything that you are doing, attach your portfolio with peace. Because if you don't attach your portfolio with peace, and you feel that what you are doing that people don't know, then you are creating problem for the society. What people enjoy more in any society is that the government has concern for them. Having concern for the people is all about leadership. It's not how you are going to destroy them. Having concern for the people. Because if we don't allow peace to come in to overshadow and overtake whatever service delivery, then we create it for ourselves. Nobody out from outside will want to come and destroy River State with these arms. It's not possible. All right, nobody outside will come and destroy or another person's city. It's not possible. who are they going to use? So it is us that are doing this thing. We cannot mention outsiders. It is us. Wherever we are, we must stop it because it's nonsense. This is the time that we're talking about governance. How governance is going to impact on the people. All right? When I was scrolling through the news, I saw how the Osun State Governor, Ademola Adeleke, he has already given up about 30,000 hectares of land for farming, just like the way we were saying the other day. And I said the most important thing for every governor to do is to feed the masses. Feed them. Whatever way that you want to feed them, it should not be other than let's create a farm first. Is it a crop farm? Is it animal farm? Those are the, all farms have their sector. Poultry and all the rest. So that at the time that you're seeing what you're doing, you must be heading towards somewhere. We should be heading towards somewhere where everybody in his house is farming. Everybody is doing this. Just like in China. You know what I mean? Every household in China is an industry. Every house is an industry. So you see that whatever you don't have, you know, with the skill that you don't have, I have it. So there's a kind of, meeting up the requirement, meeting up the needs of the society at a very faster range. Because everybody is competing on how to make his or her brand, all right, to have the world standard.
Imagine that.
So these are things that our society should be enjoying. We should be enjoying it. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about the government. You know, having the place of the people. No, don't have their place. Have concern for them. You know what I mean? That is why they said we must have a governor. We must have a governor because we want him to think of our interests. We want a governor because we want him to discuss our affairs all the time. All right. So, because of doing his work, nobody should distract him. All right, because he has a package for the people which he wants to deliver, and we are here to see those things that he's doing. And if he's not doing well, it is the people that will still say, this one is not doing well. And we can get that assessment in our various media platforms, all right? Assessment. Because assessment is a very critical thing in governance. Whether you are a minister or whether you are a governor, you are a lawmaker, whatever thing that you are doing to the people is judged by assessment, all right? If your assessment is not right enough, people have the right to criticize it. That's an open criticism. They will come up, no, in this aspect, you are not doing well. In this aspect, you are doing well. That is the atmosphere that we want to see ourselves. Not on the side of always wanting to politicize the system. Well, what are you politicizing the system for? Don't politicize the system. Let governance go on. If it's not good for anybody today, it can be good for somebody tomorrow. All right? So let us take the spirit of sportsmanship. Where we have failed, we have failed. Where we want to go now, we want to improve. We want to get to this. We want to get to that. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Exactly. Those are the things I want to see. Exactly. Allow the politicization to give governance a chance. So that when we are seeing where we are going, we know what we have to hold our leaders responsible. But in this case, they will want to bring the issues that concern them to come and alter the form of governance. And the people will not be focused in what they want to get. They will rather focus in experiencing crisis all the time. No. So it's not allowed. Look at other states, even Lagos, that is more populated than River State, is not shaking. Look at Kano, that is more populated than River State, is not shaking. Then what is shaking River State? It is politics. So they shouldn't bring politics when we don't need it. When we need politics, we know we're in the political era. Everybody will be feeling the heat. Not when we're talking about governance. This is time for governance.
Everybody has to work together in
order to achieve it.
And the safety of the masses.
Yes, because right now, if you go and ask anybody anywhere, they will tell you that, man, I'm thinking about what to eat. I'm not thinking about how to shoot or how to cause trouble. So we should not ignite the system. all of us should have a sense of belonging.
Okay.
That if we have failed in this side, we accept it that we have failed, because we are subject to public criticism. All right, when you are acting, maybe you act out of influences, or you act beyond the influences, you take the blame. All right, and nobody is going to say, why did you take the blame? We should be thinking our solutions. If one system has failed, let another system be working.
All right, so they shouldn't allow any differences.
No, we don't want battle here. Our land should not serve as a battleground, because if we continue to allow this battleground to continue, it will backfire, because you don't know how your child will run into it. You don't know how your brother and your sister will run into it, and it will affect them.
And there won't be effective service delivery.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, what is the result? Nothing.
All right.
The result is that crisis overran the government system. So why should we allow it when we should be thinking about how to develop ourselves? What Adeleke, Ademola Adeleke has done in Osun State, or is about to do in Osun State, is what every governor should do. I said it, I've said it before. Larger farms. We want to see larger farms. You understand me? What any minister can do for his state is to think of how he can bring good, you understand me, good projects to the state. National projects that will reflect on the state. Exactly. So want the two sides of the government to think of how they will make us to feel that they will have concern for us, and not to allow us to destroy ourselves. Because if we destroy ourselves, who is going to be on the state? Or who is going to lead the state? Who is going to take on the other side of ensuring that there is leadership in the state? That's what I'm saying. There should be leadership. Leadership is all about people knowing their rights and their wrongs, and putting things in the cause of progress.
At this point, I just want to commend the way the security agencies are working. They're working in synergy, both the police, the military, and then the customs, the civil defense corps. They're all working together. And I just want to commend them for intercepting this rifle, because it's so heavy. Imagine a situation whereby this is really, they allowed it to enter the state. Who knows what happens next? It might be distributed to other states, and then our lives will be in jeopardy. So we commend them, and also commend the governor, who is actually, you know, ruling the people of Rivers State, irrespective of their political differences.
Yes.
All right, let's look at the stories coming from Akwa Ibom State. Akwa Ibom State Police Command has arrested 4 suspected fake economic financial crimes commission officers while planning to abduct and collect 150 million naira ransom from their victim, name withheld. Parading the suspect alongside other suspects at the command headquarters in Ikota Banabia, Akwa Ibom State Capital on Monday, the police commissioner of police, CP Wahid Ayelara, said that the principal suspect, Emmanuel Abayak, masterminded the kidnap of the would-be victim, whom he owed over 12 million naira, as they tried to extort money from him and subsequently kill him to evade repayment of debts. He listed the suspect to include one Emmanuel Augustine Akbayak, male, age 27, HM Ovruchi Weneka, M, that's male, age 27 years, Promise Udofia, male, age 28, and Jeremiah Johnson Okon, 38 years. According to the CP, investigation revealed that Emmanuel Augustine Akbayak had arranged for the kidnap and killing of the would-be victim by engaging men on arms and procuring EFCC vest uniform for the operation. Now, you can imagine how, you know, how audacious it is for them to parade themselves, wear EFCC uniforms in order to extort money, and as a matter of fact, kill. This is a person who he is owing the person, and for him to evade the repayment of his debt, he has to now mastermind the arrests, the kidnapping, and extorting money over 150 million naira from the suspects. And You see, I think, like we said, we commended the security agencies for intercepting the other rifles. We also want to commend the Akwa Ibom State for arresting these youngsters who paraded themselves as EFCC officers, faking it and piloting kidnapping in the state. Okay, so how do you look at the story that I just narrated to you now, what happened in Akwa Ibom State, and then nabbing these EFCC officials?
Yes, I want to thank the police operatives who were able to arrest the fake EFCC officers for this kind of act. And we all know that the issue of kidnapping goes with death sentence. All right, goes with death sentence. And from their activities over there, we can see that their offenses are multiple. All right, the offenses are multiple. And we want to tell the police more especially, who has done this great job for us and has shown public safety and trust as well. We want to thank them very, very well. The police officers who did this, God will bless them. But that the fake officers who don't want to do anything, as I said, because our youths, as the value system, a particular value system has not been placed, but looking at what this government is coming with, taking certain responsibilities and taking certain measures. There's every certainty that they are going to set some standards before this administration will be over. Looking at where they're going, I think they will set some standards. Our youths need to know what is happening in the modern trend. All right? Our government should go the way they are going at a very fast rate, especially the presidency. Last week, we are privileged to know that they have almost started the disbursement of the TED fund, is it? TED fund scholarship. And it's a good development that, you know, to strengthen the nation's workforce and to improve the manpower system for all sectors of our economy. All right? That is to say, one that is attending and is going to, you know, such schools will not sit at home. All right? Thinking of violence. Will not think at home. Will not sit at home thinking about kidnapping. Will not sit at home, you know, thinking about how to cause crisis in the society. Or would allow politicians to come and use them. Because sometimes when politicians see that there are people that they can use to cause propaganda, all right, they use the opportunity to utilize such people. That is one of the reasons why they don't usually empower them. All right, they use these people for propaganda. But that when somebody or any of our citizens don't want to utilize their time, the time that they have into meaningful ventures, but to think of how they will defraud their fellow human beings, subject them to torture, and also to the point of what? Death. It was written there. The claim that when they kidnap such people, not only to swindle them of their money, they still kill them. All right? That is the worst of it. By either putting that person into undue situation and undue condition, before you know, the person will have a very ill health and he can die. You see? So that is why it was attached with death sentence. Because in the course of putting that person in your own custody, we don't know where you have to stay with the person. Because breeze could be touching the person when the person is with you for hours. All right? Cold breeze. And in such a situation, if the person is asthmatic or if the person has one illness or the other, it will start cropping up and to bring about health disaster. So that is why it is wrong for anybody to allow another person to take another person by force against his will, all right, and to subject the person to torture, unnecessary torture. It's not allowed. So we want to tell every court, every jurisdiction of the court that wants to handle this matter to ensure that adequate penalty, if possible, severe penalty, all right, because you cannot leave what you are supposed to do and start hunting for people. What do you want to do with innocent citizens to the extent that You even went and took security gadgets, you understand me, to operate. Right, which means that you have gone to the extreme of saying this thing must be done. If it is not done, you are not going to allow peace in society. And I think this is not the first time these people are plotting such kidnap and arrest. All right, but this one, so it was unfortunate that it failed, and because of the failure of this system, that they could not arrest. I mean, they could not abduct their victim. I think it would have been a very disastrous system for whomever would have been a victim. But we thank God for God's intervention. And to say that these people should be severely punished. They should be severely punished because they know the law. The law is not hidden. They know the law before they went into the act. All right? So they cannot tell anybody that they are ignorant about the law or they are ignorant of the law. The law is already there and they know it before they committed the crime. So they should be punished for it seriously. So that our society will have a kind of precaution and also know the consequences of their actions. Because if they know the consequences of their actions, the act of committing such crime, of trying to toy with people's lives, all right, we cease and stop. And people will focus more on creating environment for themselves to be productive to the society. What Nigerians think always is, what will Nigeria do for me? All right, that has been the major problem that our youths are facing. What is my country going to do for me? My dear brother, my dear sister, even if your duty is to make our city to be clean, all right, it is good for all of us. Nobody will come and curse you that you are cleaning the city for the people of the state, all right. But when you don't want to do this kind of job and you want to do the one that is very fast, then you will be guided, you will be monitored, you will be stopped by every authority, so that there will be orderliness in our society. We need orderliness. Orderliness is that you must obey the law and you must not commit criminal offenses. If you commit criminal offenses, you'll be sized up with the criminal justice system. So let the criminal justice system apply as well. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so very much for that one. It's a very big one, thank you. Because I believe that if they didn't really punish them very well, other persons wouldn't learn. And so those who are also planning to come up with such a very nasty act, faking to be an EFCC officials and extorting money from people, kidnapping them, they actually painting them in a very bad light.
Sure.
Yeah, so they really have to, they must interrogate, investigate who is behind this, how many are they? Are they just only 4 or 5 of them here? No, they need to really carry out a very good, thorough investigation and punish them appropriately, so that it will also serve as a deterrent to other persons. Now, we want to embark on a very short break. When we come back, we'll look at a very sad story coming from a wife and a man. That's a husband and wife. Please stay tuned.
Corruption not in my country.
What do you want to buy?
Potato. Small baskets. I want plantain. But why your plantain can't hard like this?
Madam, now the outside hard. Inside there, it is very soft.
Madam, wallahi make her no buy. Make her show you something. What? What's in this one? Madam, this one now the chemical where they put on for the plantain make her ripe up.
Hey? So you dey put chemical for plantain where people go chop?
Now water, no be chemical. Madam,
water. You know, say Pela, I don't talk and say water and not be enemy. Drink them.
Where you collect that water, drink them.
I just stop finish. See my belly. I found it don't big. I just stop drink water finish.
I don't drink. Wait, you drink them now. At the sell plantain, I go come put on for chemical because I want to make a ripe go. That's why I talk now corruption. Corruption. Not be for this kaswa, come not be for this country. Now me take
Corruption not in my country.
This message is brought to you by the Akin Fadehi Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
Corruption not in my country.
Driver, why you just dey jack us up and down like this now?
I hope nobody carry belle.
Why you ask, oh?
Because this road where they see so, it no guarantee safe delivery.
We just dey vote for government, but we not get good governance.
At all.
Road so e no dey, light o usa, the infrastructure nko e come turn to be forbidden fruit for the city.
Corruption, quell everything. Hello?
Hello, madam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mrs. Ayeni. I am calling from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs.
Okay. Okay, I've been expecting your call.
Madam, remove this your phone from loudspeaker.
No verse. Now my phone be like that. Hello?
Are you there?
I hear, I'm hearing you.
Yes. We saw a copy of your invoice for computers, printers, and laptops.
Yes. Are you working on them now?
Ma, the prices you quoted are way too high now.
Madam, sorry, please don't cost.
We found the laptop you said is 1.8 million naira for 600,000 naira.
Hello?
Now my body network there.
I can't hear you. Network is bad.
Madam, we can hear you. Continue.
Hello, I can't hear you. I will call you back.
Their behavior not good now.
Madam, now this kind behavior they kill our country. You suppose do things differently, make Nigeria for better.
Corruption not in my country.
This message is brought to you by the Akinfade Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
Corruption not in my country.
Right, we're glad to have you back on the show. Let's continue. A quarrel between a man and his wife over a miniskirt that the wife was wearing has claimed the husband's life. Trouble started one night when the man, Patrick John, returned home from a drinking joint and met his pregnant wife in a miniskirt, a piece of clothing that he had previously warned her against wearing. The couple are residents of Faram Varam village in Fuore local government area. News gathered on Monday that during a scuffle on June 13, 2024, the man challenged his wife over the miniskirt, allegedly holding her by the neck, prompting the wife to struggle and cry out. Neighbors who heard the commotion rushed in and separated them, but the man allegedly left the scene only to return and descend again on the wife. The wife, identified as Mariam, was said to have picked up a hoe with which she hit her husband on the forehead, resulting in the man being taken to the hospital where he later died. Mariam, who was arraigned in court over the matter, is pleading self-defense at the Chief Magistrate Court in Yola, presided over by Magistrate Musa Alhaji Adamu. Mariam attributed her action to a spontaneous move to protect herself. The judge ordered her remand after her guilty plea to the alleged offense of culpable homicide and adjourned the matter to July 10, 2024. Now, this is a very sad one coming from a husband and wife, and that a man told the wife not to put on miniskirt, warning her, and she continued to wear that kind of miniskirt, and it resulted to, fracas. They had the problem. She started, holding the wife on the neck, and later on the wife had to take up a hoe and kill the husband. Where is our conscience? This issue now, the police have waded in. They've arrested a woman, and she has already confessed to the crime, but she said it's self-defense. In this manner, what can you say about this?
Yes, of course. We know, and we have very many of us had such experiences. But that in the family circle, right? In the family circle, men and women are supposed to know how to manage hurts. How do you understand me? When your partner is hurting you, and when you are hurting your partner, all right, they should know the difference and know how to handle it. It's very, very important. And that is why I want to urge our churches, I want to urge NGOs, I want to urge other groups who are into counseling, all right, to keep on with the aspect of educating our marriage, our married life. Even the single can learn, all right, on how to manage hurt in the family. Not only the wife and the husband, the children also, how to manage hurt. Because when your partner hurts you, what do? Do you force yourself into the other person? Just like the way the husband started the fight. As he saw her in that thing, ordinarily, when you just say, I don't like this, I've told you not to do it, please go and remove it. And if she refuses also, you are not obliged by any authority, all right, to touch that woman in that condition. If there is anything that has caused her to go back to what she has done, will not go too high or too far, all right, because with pregnant women in that kind of state, maybe she wanted enough breeze to touch her leg and all the rest. She too may have her own side of the story. It's not only your own at that stage. And therefore, whatever thing that you want to be done, if you know that such things are not done as a man, if you observe it, the next thing you do is that you even in his school system, on how to manage hot. Because if we don't teach them or let them know more on how to manage hot, it's going to set most families in this kind of situation of killing each other. It's a disaster.
It's a disaster because
a disaster.
both of them have to share the blame.
Yes.
The man would have taken it easy with the wife and then maybe played with her to remove the clothes. But it starts from the wife. Why will your husband tell you not to stop wearing a particular outfit that is inappropriate and provoking while you're pregnant and you are married to him? You didn't marry yourself. And then and that would amount to problem and fracas in the family. That's really quite bad. I know a lot of women today are actually giving their husband headaches in the house. You know, we just obey simple instruction can go a very long way in saving this man's life.
Yeah, so she's going to face
exactly.
She's going to face she's going to face the prosecution.
Exactly.
All right, because her condition will not stop the rule of law. The rule of law is there and should effect immediately.
All right.
Well, should effect immediately that she is not above the law. She is not under the law, but she is subject to the law.
All right. The Niger State Police Command has arrested again Mohammed Isa for the killing of Nuruddin Nuhu in the Abatura area of Kwatatai village, suburbs of Mina, the state capital, over an issue related to a phone last Saturday. It was gathered that Nuruddin from Angungwandaji area was stabbed to death by Mohammed Isa from the Angwanbiri area, both suburbs of Mina, during a fight over a phone. News learned that during the scuffle, Mohammed allegedly thrust a knife into his friend Nuruddin's abdomen, causing him to fall to the ground. The deceased was rushed to the hospital for medical attention, where he was declared dead. The police, through the public relations officer PRO SP Wasiu Abiodun, explained that on 29 June 2024 at about 10 a.m., it was reported at GRA division that there was a fight between Mohammed Isa of Angwanbiri and Nuruddin Nuhu of Angwandaji at the Abaso area of Kwata and Tai village over a phone issue. And he said during the fight, Mohammed Isa allegedly stabbed Nuruddin with a knife in the stomach. Police operatives attached to the division moved to the scene and rushed the victim to the general hospital, where he was confirmed dead. The PRO said Mohammed Isa was arrested and a preliminary investigation is ongoing. And then he said he will soon be transferred to CID for further investigation and prosecution, Abiodun stated. Okay, we're talking about how police arrested men for stabbing friend to death just simply because of a phone. And just like the pregnant woman who also stabbed the husband to death, and the police have arraigned her right now, and they are carrying out investigation to ascertain what could there be more to that. And they are also, I believe they also should do same with this particular incident of a man stabbing his friend in the stomach just because of a phone. What's your take on that?
Yes.
That's quite bad.
That's quite too disastrous for our society.
Honestly.
Because I see, when you see such things that has to do with friends, all right? When you see some things that has to do with friends, you must know that before such matters would have come to such a stage, all right? It has a foundation.
Okay.
That problem has a foundation.
Yes.
Before it came to that level. Because over time, such friends have been sharing both their hearts and their goodies, all right? And also make some jest out of it, all right? But this one is something that one of them could not take. Or it has come to a climax where, they have been nursing this thing for a very long time. Let us hit the final, they hit the nail on the head, all right? That was why the thing came out so this way. But I want to tell our youths in society, all right, both the old and the young, and our adults as well, that we must know how to love, all right, in the society that we are. No matter what you are going through, no matter what you are, the most important thing that you can use to overcome, yes, I mean, if you have been in that if you have been in the problem, for you to avoid another problem coming, and for you to continue to endure problem, is to know how to love. All right? When you know how to love, you will see how it is. Because if you continue to have grudges in your mind, I just have what even the Bible has said that if I have iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear me. So the heart of a man is desperately wicked. Who can know it? It's from this kind of incident.
Exactly.
The heart of a man is desperately wicked. You know, who can know it? This is the result. So let us understand that where a society is working, you know, where a society is working, we must know how to love each other and take certain blames, certain what do you call it, certain challenges in the way that we see it and manage ourselves. But where we are not tolerant, right, where we are not tolerant at all, you don't want to tolerate, then you cannot mix with society. Because that is why because of your service to the nation, before you come and say you want to serve Nigeria, all right, if you are a graduate, before you say you want to come and serve Nigeria, they do what? They do what? They crossbreed you. All right? They crossbreed you across the country. To see that if you are from the north, they are taking you to the south. All right? If you are from the south, they are taking you to the north. So this crossbreeding enables us as well to share the feelings of people that you don't know at all. You don't know even, you have not even seen them. You have never had such experience in your life.
But let's just look at it.
You will go there, stay there for 1 year and as much as you want to stay. All right? So that you must know that we are one. We are one. So the urge of not be able to keep a mere friend relationship it's not good enough
at all. And then that means
it's not good enough.
What's your advice on young ones, those who have friends? Because I believe they said that there's no kidnapping, that there's no, let's just say, very huge thing or harsh thing that will happen to someone without you having a close friend of yours, like a friend who would tell to other persons about you, and the pain will be inflicted on you. So what I'm just trying to say is that as regards making friends, relationship, what's your last advice to people? Because this is a friend, stabbing a friend. What's your last advice?
We should be sure of the kind of friends that we make.
We keep.
Sure.
I believe.
If you are not sure of your friend, don't keep it.
Exactly.
Because the danger of keeping a friend can betray you. So you should be sure of your friend. Have confidence in that friend, and keep the friendship.
All right.
Because relationship is what keeps us every day. We cannot exist without any relationship. We must keep our relationship, whether in the workplace, in the church, at home, wherever that we mix up. We should keep the right friends and avoid the wrong friends.
All right. Thank you so very much. We need to avoid bad people as much as we can, and that will go a long way in saving us from death and saving us from this kind of condition. And that's about what we can take for today. I just want to thank you so very much for coming on the show. Mr. Kingsley Church Papamia, thank you so very much for coming on the show.
Please stay connected on ATN socials. You can follow and like our page. We're on Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. We're on Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network. We are also on Instagram and TikTok at Atlantic TV Network 1. You can also watch us live, or we are on website at atlanticnetwork.tv. On YouTube, like I said earlier, on Atlantic Television Network. ATN Press Roundtable, we provide the right balance, the right narrative in news narration. At 9 o'clock, we shall be stepping into the newsroom for the global news. At 9, Pace and Unity at the Pathways to Progress. Please stay tuned for our programs. My name is Angel Angelic Angel. Stay tuned for the rest of our programs, mainly 9 o'clock news.